What is going on? Mixed reactions. It is Tuesday, December the 30th, the last show of 2025 and show number 105. I am your host, Casey Merritt, and I am joined by my two fellow co hosts, Mr. Justin Blackwell, Justin Duncan, and Ian Blackwell. How you doing today, Justin?
Not too bad. I was sick as a hell on Christmas, recovering.
I get that. I've been under the weather too recently. What's going on, Ian? How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. You got the show off to a rip-roaring start by calling. I thought you were calling me Ian Duncan. I'm ready to
Yeah,
talk some
and
football, man.
you, Ian Blackwell in Arkansas, did not win the Powerball. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. We'd have a different studio.
Yeah, a customer was like, "Hey, were you the one that won the Powerball?" Man, I wouldn't be talking to you if I was. What we got today?
Ain't that a fact? Now, Ian, something happened last night, but it was nothing good. Your Rams in a 10-day span have gone from the 1 seed to the 5 seed and have shot Matthew Stafford's MVP hopes in the foot. Elaborate. What happened, sir?
Um, give Atlanta credit. I saw a meme earlier. It's like once they get eliminated, they start playing like I don't know what it is. John Robinson. Like I know you were
Super
joking,
spoiler.
but it's like, man, like he's just an amazing football player. It's like he's one of the best. Like when you build a football player, it's Bijan Robinson. So I think you have to give Atlanta a lot of credit. They weren't letting Puka create a lot of space. It's amazing the catch. I want to say it was a touchdown they called back. Yeah, when he caught it in the back of the end zone. Um and then obviously the catch at the end he didn't have. But I mean they were just on us, man. We couldn't get anything consistent. Um and we really just let them the zoom on your camera is always epic.
I'm sorry, man. I can't
Um,
control
but
that.
no, it was a good one, man. I mean, we came back. I mean, I'm not nearly as down on it as I was when we were down 21-0. And then we get that blocked field goal. I don't know, man. I am concerned. You know, the Rams all year, it's been like I've been really concerned after the game, and by the time we get to the show, I'm not that worried. I like our offense. Obviously, Devontae Adams didn't play. The rumor is he's going to be back by the playoffs. Our offensive line's going to be better. Um, but we just didn't we couldn't do anything with them. I mean, the second half we dominated. I mean, we had that game. It was what a 7 point game going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I was
If you
for
had
me
to
I
when
don't
rate
know.
watching the
their
game, I didn't have any I don't have any long-term worries for the Rams when it comes to this game. But in terms of Matthew Stafford's MVP campaign, this really shot it in the foot.
It's the only thing I would say that's made it a debate. I still think he's the MVP, but what did Drake throw for 5 touchdowns last week? So
For the first half and five overall, and Reagan for one.
I don't know, man. I mean, we're Casey said we're the 5 seed. I believe we're actually the 6 seed because we're
six
gonna have
seed,
to go
six seed.
on the road to most likely
Philadelphia
Philly,
or
possibly
to Chicago.
Chicago.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, though, where is your worry concern for the Rams at this point? Especially how they have lost the last two games. To me, is more concerning than the fact that they've actually lost them. It's how the games have unfolded would concern me more than anything.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's how they've lost the games. The game. I mean, who do we play the week before this? Jog my brain real quick.
Seattle,
Seattle,
Seattle.
right? I mean, we had that game. I don't know why it took me so long. We had that game. What was it? A 14 point lead, if not more, 16 at one point. And they come back and beat us in overtime. Puka obviously had a career game. I mean, I think when we have Devontae Adams back, we'll be fine. Blake Corum, I mean, he went out at what was it, the second quarter. So I don't know if he's going to be 100%. But like I said, our offensive line is going to be healthy. Sorry, I'm getting around the question. To rate my worry level on a scale of 1 to 10, 4. I
You
would,
have to be a minimum of four, I would say, because
mhm.
that those two collapses. Because I call it the Falcons game a collapse because on paper the Falcons shouldn't have been anywhere near in your zip code of success,
Yeah.
and they took it to you.
See, here's my thing with the Rams. In the past 10 games, I've gone from fully convinced that they're the best team in the NFL to I'm not even sure if they're the best team in their own division anymore with the way San Francisco and
San
Seattle
Francisco is
have
looking
looked.
like the best team in the division.
San Francisco snuck up on all of us and is about to get the 1 seed if they beat Seattle. Who would have thought? Because we all had San Francisco written off when Brock Purdy went down.
But shout
Yeah,
outs. I'll go ahead,
with
Casey.
all those injuries, the Fred Warner injury, the Nick Bosa injury, the Brandon Ayuk injury, just everything that they've gone through over the course of the season, Kyle Shanahan absolutely deserves Coach of the
He's
Year.
coach of the
The way
year,
that he has, without question, the way he has
I
his team
think.
positioned, he deserves it without question.
And that's what I keep hearing. Just a lot of the public praise is just that. I mean, with the injuries they've had, I mean, they've been banged up all year. I mean, Fred
All year
Warner.
long.
I don't even think Fred Warner is going to be back. At least not for the
No,
first
I've
game.
heard he might be back for Wild Card Weekend, assuming
no chance. No chance.
not for the Wild Card Weekend.
No, he tore his ACL.
No, it was an ankle, and he's already practicing.
I'm not
That's
worried
right. That
about the
was Bosa.
Niners.
Bosa tore his ACL.
Bosa's done, but Fred Warner is practicing. He isn't. He just hasn't
Fred
been
Warner, right?
activated yet.
Bosa tore his ACL. Yeah, no, Fred Warner wouldn't be back for wild card though. No way.
Um,
Maybe division of San Francisco gets the bye.
Except they get the bye, possibly for divisional, maybe. You gotta think the wild card's 2 weeks away. He ain't gonna be there. No,
Who
not
would have
happening.
thought we're already talking playoffs? Playoffs.
Yeah, I got one game to go and my season's over.
um,
Hockey season.
hey, but speaking of losers, because Justin's team is the only one that fucking won this weekend, so he'll get to go last. You guys
My
actually
team
pulled
won this
out.
weekend.
I know. I was gonna say I was transitioning over to you. You guys pulled out a win, man. Talk about it. How do you feel just about the season? I think it's the appropriate time to give that wrap up. Given we got one game left.
Is it a postmortem already?
When we're talking about the win, it did nothing for me in the slightest. I mean, it's the Commanders. It's a terrible team, a team that we're supposed to beat, but it just reiterates the point that I've had about this defense all season long, of course, and just how absolutely atrocious they are. They let a third string Josh Johnson put up 20 something points on them. That's just unacceptable, regardless if you win or lose the game. They almost let them come back and win the game after they started off just absolutely dominating them in the first half. I don't have anything really good to say about this team as a whole. Obviously, we know their offense is elite, so that has been the case all season long. It's just they haven't had the ability to stop a parked car or a nosebleed all season long, and so this is the result that they get. This is the result that they deserve, and this is the result that's going to get Matt Eberflus fired. Thankfully, Trayvon Diggs, sayonara, buddy. You had a few good seasons on this team, but you haven't been the same since 2021, and it's evident that you were burnt toast out there on damn near every play. You couldn't run zone. You don't have the speed anymore to keep up with man. You're just not an NFL caliber starting cornerback anymore. And so I'm happy that we got 2 first-round draft picks going into this year. I truly hope that we put both of them to defense. That's what we need the most more than anything. I hope that we resign George Pickens. I hope we resign Javonte Williams. Both went over 1,000 yards at their respective positions this year. If Dallas was a playoff contender, and Dak put up the numbers that he did, he'd be an MVP candidate, but that's simply not the case because they didn't win enough games. Dak Prescott says he wants to play this Sunday, and I think he's absolutely insane. Dak Prescott, you sit the fuck down. You don't risk anything going into next season. You sit down. You can beat the Giants at Jackson Dart with Joe Milton. I don't care if you have to leave him in Dallas. Don't even put him on the plane. Dak, you're not playing. CD, you're not playing. George Pickens, you're not playing. Javonte Williams, you're not playing. Why risk any one of them when it's not doing any benefit to any of them right now? We can beat the Giants with Joe Milton and frigging what's his face, Jalen Tolbert is our number one receiver. I'm not worried about it at all. Even if they lose, great. That's just going to help our draft slot. Of course, a win is always something to be grateful for, especially on Christmas. It was good to filled my heart with joy a little bit to see them get the win, but overall, from the season standpoint, means nothing.
I'm
I know
I'm
it's too early to put him on the hot seat, but if Dallas has another season where they don't make the playoffs next year, does Brian Schottenheimer get put back on the hot seat?
No, because of the culture that he's building. There's a lot of
I mean, it's
good.
too early now, but I'm saying not this offseason, but next offseason if Dallas again misses the playoffs.
I think that depends on how they miss the playoffs, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Um, if they go into, say, if they have another exact similar season to where they have this year, right? Where their offense clicks on all cylinders, but they can't get a stop to save their life. I think at that point you do kind of, I wouldn't say put him on the hot seat, but have to take a look at Schottenheimer and be like, why can't you figure this defense out? Like, I know it's not his job to call the defense, but why can't you get the right personnel? Why can't you get the right coordinator in there? Um, I think at that point, if it's the same exact way, then yes. If they show improvement on defense, but it's still not quite enough to get him there, then no, he wouldn't be on the hot seat.
This is gonna sound like a hot take, but I think that oh shit, I can't think of his name. Dan Campbell. If Detroit doesn't make another run, he needs to be on the hot seat.
I have a hotter take than that for you, Justin. I think Detroit's window's closed.
I don't disagree. I think their
That's a hot
Super
take.
Bowl
They
window
still
is
got a
closed.
window. I don't think
But
so.
if they don't make another playoff run next year, if they don't make a playoff run, Dan Campbell's got to go.
I
I
agree with
think
Justin,
Dan
but I don't think their
Campbell,
window is closed though. Personally,
Ian, I like Dan Campbell's personality. I like his emotion. I like his toughness. But I don't like him as a play caller. I don't think he sets up offensive schemes very well. I think he
He's a
is a
defensive
product
minded
offensive.
coach.
I
hmm
think he's very much a product offensively of Ben Johnson. Because look at the turnaround that the Bears have had, and look at the downfall the Lions have had. I agree with you,
fair.
Justin, on that one too. I think if they have another downward spiral season next year, Dan Campbell could very well be on that hot seat, and he'd be a hot commodity for a lot of teams. He'd get scooped up instantly. But as far as Detroit goes, I think if they have another stumbling year, he's absolutely on that hot seat. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Especially, no offense, Jared Goff's a really good quarterback, but he's not a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. I do not feel that he is the one that can bring you to get over the mountaintop. And I think that Detroit's window Super Bowl is closed with Jared Goff. I should be more specific in that. With Jared Goff, I think the Super Bowl window's closed.
So
Because
you
you've
think they're
got
a quarterback
Amon-Ra
away?
St. Brown and Jameson Williams both and Jameer Gibbs all in their prime. So
Yep.
you've got the
hmm
offensive weapons you need to make that run. And the defense is on paper ferocious, at least they should be, but they just haven't had it.
Yeah.
No, wait, going
I think.
Casey's. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go, go, go.
For sure. I was gonna say, so you think they're a quarterback away then?
Yes, I do. An elite quarterback. It has to be somebody. This is the Lions are stuck in a really peculiar situation, right? Because I don't think Goff is the guy that can get them there unless everything falls into line perfectly. Because we've seen average quarterbacks win a Super Bowl, but everything has to fall into place perfectly for that to happen. It's very rare. Like a Jalen Hurts, like a Nick Foles, like a Trent Dilfer, like a Brad Johnson, like a Joe Flacco. They have to fall into place perfectly, right? And I don't know if that's going to happen with the Lions. It very well could. But here's why they're stuck in a peculiar situation. Because Goff is good enough to, you can legitimately make the question, who are you going to find that's better? And that's when you're in a tough spot. Because if you can't find somebody better, but the quarterback that you have also isn't that guy that can lead you to a Super Bowl, a la Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, then what do you really do?
It's almost no man's land in a sense. Like,
Yeah.
damn,
It's like 4th and 4 from the 48.
fair analogy. But to the victors go the spoils and Patriots, man. What did he throw? Five tutties? I'm just gonna pass it to Justin
He
because I
threw
know
five
he'll be riding
tutties.
high.
He threw five
It's
tutties.
the Jets. It's the fucking Jets.
So I didn't learn anything from this game.
Nothing.
There was nothing to be gained from this game other than Drake May make your MVP push. That's all it was.
And he sure did.
Um, the upshot of this game, other than that, was we came out of it healthy for the most part. There weren't any significant injuries on the weekend, which was a good thing. Um, we still have something to play for this weekend, albeit we're going to be scoreboard watching while we're playing. So I don't I don't mean Trey Lance is going to be starting for the Chargers, so I don't really expect the Chargers to pull the upset against Denver. I really don't.
No, no.
I mean, if they do by some miracle, then go and light the shit out of the Dolphins. But if Denver's up 35 to nothing at halftime, pull everyone. Not no
100%.
point in risking Drake May, Trevion, or anybody for any reason for that playoff run.
So, Justin, real quickly here.
Yes.
There's something that you said, and this has nothing to do with the Patriots. I'm petty and I remember a lot of stuff, and I want you to admit that you were wrong on something, and because I think it's fully clear that you were now. The beginning of the year, my friend, we were talking about a quarterback from the AFC South, right? And you said you're starting to lean towards that he might be a bust.
Yeah, I was.
Are you willing to admit that you were wrong now about Trevor Lawrence?
I am still going to hold the jury out on this one.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
No. Trevor Lawrence has been by and far the best quarterback in the month of December. Not even close.
No question. Yeah,
not even
absolutely.
Close. But I would say I still need to see more consistency from him over the course of a season. But right now, he's thrown my jury of you're probably a bust to, well, maybe you're not.
If the Jags get the 1 seed, which is still possible.
Do you really think that both Denver and New England are going to lose this weekend?
God, no. I said it's possible.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are not getting the 1 seed, period.
All I said was it's possible. They're going into the last week of the season with a probable odd of getting the 1 seed.
They're going to light the shit out of the Colts. Let's just be straight.
Yes, 100%.
And Houston's going to just put Cam Ward in an early grave. Let's just be honest with that, too.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Cam Ward. I mean, dude, you are the worst division to play right now as a young quarterback.
And he's made strides. He's not rookie of the year by any means, but he's not the reason the Titans are this bad.
No, he is not.
They just suck.
Absolutely not. They just suck. Exactly.
Yes.
To quote himself, we're ass, which is absolute truth. But I
like DK though. That weapon that they have, he's something special too.
He's something special. No, but in all honesty, I honestly think that the Patriots are going to scoreboard watch for the most part because they're in the 4:25 slot on Sunday. Depending if the Chargers somehow keep it close, they're going to keep all the starters in to go for that 1 seed. But if Denver breaks it open, then they're going to start pulling it back. What I would say, though, what they need to do this weekend, regardless of how the scoreboard looks, they need to get Milton Williams and Will Campbell some meaningful reps going into the playoffs because you don't want them to come into the playoffs straight off IR completely cold without any meaningful reps in the game. So agreed. I would say if you're going to pull them, make sure they've played at least 2 to 3 series, at least, before you game.
There's nothing like game reps.
I don't disagree with that at all, Justin. That's a very good take. I mean, especially when you're making that playoff push, you need those types of guys to be ready, and nothing gets you ready more than actual game reps. So, yeah, that makes total sense.
And I want to point something else out. Going into the last, I would say 5-6 weeks of the season, the Patriots' run defense has been absolute crap.
Yeah.
Reason for that? Milton Williams has been on IR. Up until Milton Williams was on, before Milton Williams went on IR, the Patriots had the best rush defense in the league.
And games get tighter in the playoffs. Teams run the ball more, so it's going to be crucial.
Your best players at the most crucial times.
Absolutely agree.
If I were to add a wish list to my playoffs, I do not want Houston. I do not want Buffalo. Not for a third-time round.
Yeah, I don't think you want Jacksonville either. I don't think you want Jacksonville either. The way T-Law's playing,
won't be a likely wouldn't be a first-round match. We get the worst seed.
No, not first round, not the first round. But if you advance past the first round,
let them have Denver. Give them Denver. Denver can have them.
Let them
Denver
kill
just
each
got
other.
their asses mollywopped at home by Jacksonville. They can have them.
Yeah, they sure did. That shit was a blowout. And da-na-na,
Speaking
da-na-na.
of which,
Go Broncos. That's a perfect transition, man.
Yeah.
AFC
What do you guys
West
talk about the Jacksonville
champions.
game?
yeah, we just mentioned the fact that Jacksonville
Oh,
mollywopped your asses in your own home stadium. Yep, you can have them.
we,
Listen,
we,
I'm
we
not
weren't
gonna
really talking about
disagree.
that in general, Sean. We were kind of just talking about like the AFC playoff picture in its totality, and we happened
Yeah,
to
for
grace
sure.
upon that game at one point.
No, it's
Got
all
you.
good. I mean, there's nothing to hide. They got their asses kicked. I think a lot of it was on the Jaguars being good and the Broncos also turnovers. Turnovers, man. Like that's you take away the turnovers, that's a completely different game. But
The good
anyway,
news for you is you're still sitting in a good spot to get that one seed if you get the win this weekend against a Trey Lance led Chargers team. So
yeah.
I think in my mind, if I were a Broncos fan, I'd still be feeling pretty good about where they're
Oh
sitting,
yeah,
even with that
Sorry.
loss.
oh yeah. I
Listen,
mean, Broncos are sitting pretty with me. All they need to do is just beat the Chargers, and that's all they need.
listen, had you had told me at the beginning of the season that the Broncos would be in position to get the number one seed in the NFL playoffs, sign me up. Never thought they'd be this high.
Same
Never
here.
thought
I mean,
never
granted,
thought it.
we're the number two and waiting for to see what happens with the Broncos. But if you told me the Patriots going to be the 2 seed, hell, sign me up.
It's been a
No, I
weird year,
mean,
man.
it really has. And I mean this as with the utmost respect in the least amount of disrespect as I possibly can when I say it about your two respective teams. Even though you guys are the 1 and 2 seeds, to me, it doesn't feel like either one of you are the favorites in the AFC, which I feel is a weird concept when you're
Yeah,
going into an AFC playoff picture. I mean, everyone's talking about either the Texans or the Jags or the Bills.
yeah.
Even though you guys, the Broncos and the Patriots, are the 1 and 2 seeds, I don't want to use the word underdogs or afterthoughts, but that's almost how it feels going into this playoff picture.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it does feel that way. The Houston Texans, I don't understand. I mean, I'm not gonna say Houston's bad, but
Their
I don't know.
offense has
Houston,
been
It's
looked better, but it has been
it's
generally
their
crap.
yeah.
it's
Their
their
defense is
defense.
crazy.
It's their
They're
defense
the best
that's
defense in
crazy.
the league.
You,
Their
you
defense
don't
is insane.
you know what team you shouldn't sleep on, man, Mr. Discount Double Check. I mean,
Steelers.
they
I
have
will
to win
snooze. I
Sunday.
will hit the snooze button on Pittsburgh.
That's the team that
You
everybody wants
better
to play, but you got to be careful
you
with
better
Aaron.
hope you better hope you get the Steelers and not the Ravens, Justin. The Ravens were fucking y'all up before Lamar got hurt.
They were fucking us up even after Lamar got hurt, but then before John Harbaugh decided, oh yeah, Derrick Henry, take a snooze.
No,
Oh,
but
if
what I'm
Baltimore
saying
plays
is
New
you
England,
don't want
Baltimore's
that problem.
winning.
100% Baltimore's winning that game.
I won't disagree with that, but I don't think Baltimore's gonna win.
It's
I don't
hard for
either
me to
because
see Denver.
I think Pittsburgh's going to beat them on Sunday. Unfortunately,
I agree.
It's hard for me to see Denver losing at home. It is. I know that like
He
it's hard,
just
like you
did.
said, they don't. Well, no, I mean in the playoffs, man. I mean it's gonna be tough. I mean their defense is good too. I don't know,
It's the
man.
playoffs. Whatever team we play, it's going to be hard no matter what. It's
That
going to be
yeah,
close
same.
altitude.
games. Like,
Yeah, you don't get an easy game regardless.
yeah,
No, you guys got the altitude.
Now,
yeah. That
would you
altitude's
welcome
no
a
joke.
rematch? Would you welcome a rematch with Jacksonville in the divisional round?
Yeah, I want that smoke, like I was saying in the group chat, actually.
I know you were saying it.
I would love to have it. I just think we just didn't play our best against them.
Broncos Rams Super Bowl. Come on. I want the Patriots, man. I want to beat you guys. I want you to see how it feels to lose to the Rams. Because I swear to God, as a kid and then as like a 27-year-old man, I watched the Rams lose to the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
and I think the Rams would. This is
Oh,
going to
oh,
sound
we
so bad.
demolished the Patriots. Sorry.
I think
I
the
don't
Rams
think
would
we
kick
have
the
much of a
dog
chance against
shit.
anybody in NFC if we made it to the Super Bowl. To be honest, I
The
don't.
Rams, I still think the Rams are the most dangerous team. I know they lost yesterday, and I'm kind of glad that Stafford's like getting his picks out of the way. That's probably a good thing if you're a Rams fan. So, but it's like
See,
he just
the
makes it look so easy. Like his
Xavier
the
touchdown
good
Watts
thing
passes.
had
about the Rams,
some good plays
the
though.
good
Yeah.
the good thing about the Rams, right? If they have to go on the road, which they're definitely going to have to go on the road now, either in the divisional round or the NFC Championship round, they're going to be in a familiar sight still because they're either going to be at Seattle or at San Francisco, which is a division rival. And so it's it's enemy territory, but it's enemy territory that they're very accustomed to. So it's
100%.
not like It's not like it would be Houston traveling to Gillette or New England traveling to fucking Denver. This is a rival
100%.
that they are used to. And so that bodes
Yeah.
well for the Rams when they have to travel on the road.
100%. Yeah, Stafford is I mean, he's a veteran too, so I mean, this
Oh yeah,
isn't
he's
saying his first
absolute.
rodeo. It's a
Everybody's all
veteran
American.
team. Yeah. I feel like Denver and New England need the number one seed out of everybody in the AFC.
That's
They
a fair
do.
As far
way
as
to
like a
look
team
at
that
it.
needs.
Because I think it's more important for them to have the one seed than a lot of those other teams, especially getting that
Yeah.
advantage of playing at home with an inexperienced quarterback in the playoffs. Being able to play at home is
Yeah.
going to be huge. But I've always been a firm believer that your home crowd can turn on you real quick, especially once you start fucking up. So we'll see if it's a
Yep,
100%.
blessing or a
absolutely they
curse.
can. They absolutely can.
Oh, I
Say if
swear,
you're the
honestly,
home team, you get down 14-0.
if the Jets go into Orchard Park and beat up on the Bills for the last game in Orchard Park, oh my God, can you imagine the Boo Birds raining down on Sean McDermott?
That for one, that's not going to happen. The Jets have lost
I
5
know
straight
it's
games
not
by
going to happen,
23.
but if that were to happen, holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we got teams tanking now too. Like,
I mean, the
yeah, we
only
do.
way that
We
Buffalo
absolutely do.
could get the a home game at Orchard Park would be if somehow they were the
They
5
can't.
seed and they.
They can't.
They can't. No, yeah, I mean, he doesn't mean for the first round. He means if, like, say if Buffalo's a 5 seed, and then it's Buffalo versus the
The
6
sevens,
seed,
yeah.
the 6 or 7 seed for the AFC Championship game, then it would be in Buffalo.
You need to have like Jacksonville,
Yeah, I'm
Pittsburgh,
saying
New
that's
England,
probably not
and Denver
happening.
to all lose. I don't see it happening.
Oh man.
No, no, I don't either.
probably.
I mean, it's like we said earlier. Jacksonville would scare the living shit out of me. Trevor Lawrence has been, like I said, by far the best quarterback in the league since December.
Yeah.
He has been on an absolute heater. Jacksonville right now. I know you want the smoke, Sean, but is that more because you want the revenge on them, or do you just don't feel confident in Jacksonville as a team?
No, it's more of I feel like playing a team again after you lost to them. I just think Denver would be really determined to win that game. And
Recency
again, the
familiarity.
turnovers. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the turnovers too. It's like you take away the turnovers, it's a completely different game.
Man, if I was in the AFC, I wouldn't want any part of Jacksonville right now. Trevor Lawrence has been on fire, which I know that can fade at any time, but just they would scare the shit out of me if I were any team in the AFC right now.
No
And we used to
sight.
think the AFC South was one of the weakest conferences in the entire weakest divisions in the conference. Who'd have
Yeah.
thought?
Remember 8 weeks ago when we thought the Colts were going to get the 1 seed?
You did too.
That's why I said we.
I don't know. You're going to be in the fucking playoff.
I'm with Sean though.
We were
I
talking about
think
Daniel Jones as the MVP for shit's sake.
I'm with Sean. I think when you lose, and I'm always more nervous to play a team twice if I beat them the first time. When you lose to a team, especially when you're a good team like the Broncos, I
Yeah.
think psychologically you're
Yeah.
gonna go in have an advantage, especially with this second game. I mean, obviously they got their ass beat at home, but it's going to be in Mile High again, so you're going to get another crack in front of your home crowd, and it's probably going to be colder.
Maybe. Sometimes it'll go up in the 60s. In that play, those Brady Manning playoff games, those games were in the 60s.
Oh, it looks so beautiful out there in Denver when they play those games, man.
Yeah.
Does
100%.
does the inconsistency of Bo Nix scare you in a playoff run?
The inconsistency of this whole damn football team scares me on this way to the playoffs.
I get that, but it's more.
We've yet to see a
it's
really
more
complete game.
Visual. It's more visual when it's your quarterback, though. It's more it's
Oh,
center
100%.
stage when it's your quarterback.
Yeah, no,
So that's
I
why
agree.
I asked.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I mean, Bo Nix is definitely a part of it because yeah, you never know which one you're gonna get, and he's always gonna throw. He's always good for one stupid pass every single game. The most complete game so far has been the Cowboys. That's like the only complete game I think the Broncos really have played. Maybe the
Thanks, Sean.
Packers, but I mean that's Jordan Love.
If Jordan Love doesn't get hurt, that might be a completely different game.
Exactly.
So-
So it's like, can I really even count that game?
This isn't to shit on Bo Nix by any means when I say this, but every
No, we
quarterback looks
both
good
agreed
against
that
my
he was
defense.
average.
No, yeah, but every quarterback looks good against the Dallas defense. So I wouldn't even put
Yeah.
that game on a pedestal to say that was a good complete game for Bo Nix, just because every quarterback looks good against Dallas' defense.
Will the
Yeah.
Raiders look good against the Dallas defense?
Yes.
The
No.
Raiders?
No. That's the one game. Okay, that's the one game where where a quarterback didn't look good, and that's because it's Geno Smith. Even though he looked great against New England for some odd fucking reason.
Week 1.
Yeah, and the Raiders looked like a problem in that game. I was like, oh, they got man Crosby and they got man Gino's really gonna
That's the
revival.
one reason why we're not in the one spot right now. The one reason.
Who would have
Yeah,
thought?
if someone would have came up to us and said, "Hey, after week one, these two teams have played. One of them's going to be the 2 seed. The other one's going to have the number one pick." We would have been like, "Oh, New England's going to have the number one pick, and the Raiders are going to be sitting at the 2 seed." But no, that is not the way that shit unfolded.
I never thought New England was gonna be that bad, but I did not think the Raiders were gonna be this bad. Oh my God, Pete Carroll has got to go. He got to go. I don't care if it's been one season.
He might as well be. He needs the Gerard Mayo treatment.
I think he deserves
that
one
nailed it
more
at
year.
what's the clock?
No, he does not. The fuck out of Vegas. And the Raiders have a little bit of talent too. I mean, it's easy to say like, oh, well, they should be winning games. Like it's a tough division, obviously, but like, damn, I mean, they haven't even been remotely competitive. They suck. How long have they been playing for the number one pick for like 7 weeks? They're just like they packed it in after they beat the Patriots and beat the brakes off of them. I remember correctly, they won by like 17.
They didn't beat the brakes off us. Visually, they were that the scoreboard was a lot closer. We only lost by a touchdown.
Oh, I thought it was like 10 or 17 or something like that. I couldn't remember.
No.
You guys know the Raiders haven't won the AFC West since like the year they went to the Super Bowl.
And then their offensive tackle went missing the night before, or was it the center, Barrett Robbins?
Something like that.
Yeah.
He went to Mexico and they couldn't find him.
So, Justin, and I've been fiddling with this in my head, and again, I don't mean it as a disrespect when I say this. I would pick any top team in the AFC right now over New England to win. And it's just simply because I can't get the image of the last 3 years of the Patriots out of my head. And I know they've turned it around a lot this season, but I also know they've had a cushion schedule. So I'm not saying that I believe they're like a bad team by any stretch, but New England is the one team in the playoffs to me. They need to show me before I believe. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I mean, again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. This season, even if we end up being a one and done, which I honestly don't think we would be, especially if we get a Chargers matchup, the season's been a success. I mean, we are way ahead of what we should have, what we were expected to have going on. I expected us to be maybe in this position next year, maybe. But this is gravy right now. If we can make a deep run, even better.
I think the only thing that would kill the potential, and this would do the same for me, I would think with the Broncos is get their asses absolutely slaughtered. Like not even like put up a fight.
Yeah.
Like a playoff one and done slaughter fest.
Yeah.
At home.
Okay. I don't see that happening with what
Either do I.
Playing. I mean,
Either do
the
I.
Patriots haven't scored less than 20 points since like week 4.
No, I agree. And like I said, I agree with you fully where you said that you feel no matter what happened, the season success because you're ahead of schedule. No problem with that. My whole thing on that point was just, to me, they're the one team that needs to prove it to me more than any other team just because of how they've been over the past few seasons. Also comparatively to the schedule that they've had this season.
If you want to compare apples to apples, if you look at the Rams and the Patriots mutual opponents, the Patriots are 6-0, the Rams are 4-2.
I fully agree. They 100% are.
And it's not the Patriots' fault that they had a last place schedule. Played the last 2 years.
Well,
I mean, technically, it's their fault they had a last place schedule.
I'm talking about you can't knock this year's team for having a shit schedule.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. I know what you meant.
And I would point out that the 99 Rams, the greatest show on turf schedule, was up until this year the worst schedule in the entire league history.
We got about a minute left. And it all don't matter as long as you get the ring. And maybe hopefully you guys will learn that lesson this year, but hopefully you don't because we're gonna kick your ass if we play you in the Super Bowl.
We have that minute left. Oh, real quick, as we have that minute left. Your 3 teams are in the playoffs, mine is not, so I've got a question for all 3 of you. And I want you to go around and say it quickly. What's the one team you don't want to see in the first round as a fan of your team? Ian, start with you.
Bears.
What about you, Sean? Oh, Buffalo for Justin. Okay.
Philly. I changed mine to Philly. It's Philly.
Baltimore.
Philly.
Baltimore for healthy Lamar.
All right.
That's fair. All good answers.
See y'all in part 2.